Some artists borrow yeah,
All right, test. All right, it is 3 o'clock. If you guys have any questions, comment down below. We're talking all things weather for the next 20 or 30 minutes. We're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Notice that you can see not much action across the south. The Lone Star State, Texas, is dry. Matter of fact, let me just kind of draw a few things. So the reason why we're seeing clear skies, guys, is just because of this ridge right here. It is just dominating over Mexico, over the Four Corners, from New Mexico to California. So if you're traveling anywhere from here to New Mexico, LA, maybe towards Nevada, Las Vegas, it is quiet weather. And that's how it's going to stay for the next couple of days. As clear skies, blue skies, beautiful conditions continue into the second week of April. It's looking pretty good. But if you have questions about specifically somewhere you're going, you feel free to comment down below. We're again live on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. But yeah, so that's pretty much a look at cloud cover. I mean, notice that if you're traveling towards, let's say, Spokane, Washington, Idaho, towards the Pacific Northwest, they're seeing a good amount of moisture move on shore. Not much of that is, rainfall, but the best rain across the country is really across the Midwest. So from Iowa towards Chicago, notice that's where we can see a little bit of rain out there. This is just showing satellite imagery. So just one X-ray of the atmosphere. But if we go back to radar, we can kind of get an idea of what the rain is out there. And there's not much across Texas, that's for sure. But notice if you're traveling anywhere in the Chicago area, more towards like Ohio and southern Indiana, that's where it's a little bit more active right now. But right now, mostly clear skies across much of the country. Matter of fact, if you take a look at some of this camera footage, this is from Kentucky. Let's see what they're seeing. They're probably seeing a little bit of cloud cover in Kentucky, but overall, not bad at all. Yeah, so this is the Weather House from the Y'all Squad headquarters in Pikeville, Kentucky. Looking pretty good over there. But yeah, anywhere in front, this is probably where they're seeing a little bit more rainfall at this hour. This is Warren County in Ohio, Franklin, Ohio. Yeah, you can kind of see right, let me just, if I can't move that, let me see. Let's go back. Let's see. Can you move? No, you can't move that. You can see it full screen. So this is actually Franklin, Ohio right now. That's real-time conditions. That's showing cloudy skies and a little bit of drizzle across the Midwest right now. Yeah, let's see. From 2 o'clock. Good. So that's Ohio, but much of the Midwest is getting a pretty good amount of rain. That's where they've seen a ton of rainfall these last several weeks. They've seen like 10 inches of rain from Arkansas towards the Midwest. And this is just where they're dealing with a little bit of rain right now. Let's go back to satellite and show you what we have across the country. And by the way, anywhere in that area where we're seeing rain, that's where it's going to continue to be ongoing for the next, several hours. Ohio, probably towards western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, I should say, and then southern Indiana. That's where they're going to continue to see rainfall over these next several days. But much of the state of Texas is quiet. Let's go back to satellite and show you what we have. I don't think there's any severe threats. We can actually take a look at that. We'll turn on any of the outlooks right now. So here's day one superimposed. I don't think there's much. I don't see anything. So that's day one's marginal. But we'll turn that on for you and show you what we have. So this is the risk for severe weather for tomorrow. This does include parts of Nebraska into the Kentucky area, Tennessee. This is just a very general risk for severe storms. That's for tomorrow, but notice it's not much of a threat for the southeast, really. Texas is going to be dry for the next 7 to 10 days, really. Let's go to the day 2 outlook. Let's see what's going on. So that's day 1. Let's see day 2. Day 2 is going to be a little different. So this is for Friday. Heads up for Friday. So if anyone is in this area, Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky, that's where there's a level 2 out of 5 risk for Friday. So showers and storms are going to be much more abundant today in the Midwest, but this threat does strengthen the farther southeast you go on Friday. So big heads up for Friday. It's a big travel day for a lot of folks out there. So anywhere from Arkansas to Georgia, from southern Missouri to Tennessee, that's where we're going to see some pretty good rain and probably some storms out there on Friday. Let's see if we can pull up the NAM and show you what that may look like by Friday. So we have the NAM 12 kilometer. That'll be superimposed on this right here. So obviously the next couple of days pretty quiet, but notice as we fast forward into, this is tomorrow evening, and then we fast forward right there. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So late tomorrow night into early Friday is the threat for severe weather. Yeah, so you zoom in. Notice anywhere across Alabama towards Atlanta, that's where they could see a couple of stronger thunderstorms inside this layer of level 2 to level 1 out of 5. And that's definitely something to keep an eye on over the next couple of days. Because that's where the severe weather threat will be. If there's any strong severe storms late Thursday night into early Friday, it's going to be in this area, right? This green, yellow area to level 1 to 2 out of 5 for strong severe storms. That's from Nashville to Little Rock, from there to Birmingham, Alabama, to even Atlanta, Georgia. That's for tomorrow night into early Friday. So we're going to watch out for the potential at that as well. But overall, so aside from this severe threat Friday morning, Thursday night, so in the next 24 hours, it's pretty quiet. We'll go to visible satellite and show you what we have. Let's double check. So that's just showing the severe threat on Friday, Thursday night, and Friday morning. Let's do this. Turn off the severe threats. And then there you go. So notice, I mean, we'll put on the loop for satellite, but we can just really draw out what's happening here. It's incredible. So there's a huge ridge of high pressure moving over the south. And basically what this means for you and me is just high pressure and sunny and clear conditions for the next couple of days. It's just really going to be beautiful weather for the south, for Mexico, for New Mexico, Arizona, California, Colorado, all the way up in the Dakotas. It's going to be pretty quiet. It's not really to the East Coast where you pick up on some rainfall, and that's where we could get some activity on tomorrow night and Friday morning. Just on the eastern side of this ridge, we'll get some deepening low pressure right over here, and what that will do is likely spark off some storms across the southeast on tomorrow night and Friday morning. So again, that's right over here. That's where they're seeing more cloud cover. Matter of fact, you can see as some of these cameras are showing. Just more clouds. I mean, the southeast is dry right now, but with more moisture and humidity. It's sunny in Alabama right now. A lot of that is high altitude clouds and mostly quiet conditions out there this afternoon. Overall quiet though. But let's see what happens in the foreseeable future. Because we talked about the rain that's going to happen in Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee tomorrow night, Thursday night and Friday. But let's see what the upper level, let's go into the global models. Let's show you the GFS. This is the global forecasting system. And right now it's showing future radar, but let's take this and show you some of the upper level winds because, you know, in April time, it can be active. We can get storm systems rolling through, and that can be a problem. But right now, I think the next at least 5 to 10 days is generally quiet. So let's take a look at this. That's precip. Let's see. This is surface to precip, upper level winds. Let's take a look at the 500 millibar level, and we're going to have to let that load. So this is a cool little different look at the atmosphere. This will show you kind of where the wind speeds are going fast, aloft, and that's fuel in a good, unstable environment to get rain going. Hey there, Living Dead Mom. How are you doing? How are you doing? How's your day going? It's a beautiful day, right? It's gorgeous, it's clear. People are telling me these last couple of days, like, man, this is perfect weather. Because you see this weather in January and February, but to see it in April and May and springtime, when it's typically humid, that can be a problem. And that can be a problem for storms, but also a problem for us when it's just so tropical outside, that's for sure. But yeah, so that's a look at some of the upper level winds. Let me show you what's going on. So we'll stop the clock right there. So let's just wind this back. I know this is kind of hard to see on Instagram, but basically what's happening right over Texas is just a huge ridge. And let's see if we can, yeah, we can draw this out. So let's see if I can, let's do more of a red. So there's a huge ridge right here. And sometimes when this happens in spring, you can get northerly flow, and that can get thunderstorms active sometimes in the springtime because you have so much warmth, humidity, that can spark off storms, that's for sure. But because of just this dominating ridge of high pressure right here over New Mexico, we're not going to see any rain at all. Matter of fact, if you take a look right over here, and then we fast forward this through time, this ridge only strengthens. So this is by tomorrow night into Friday night, this ridge almost strengthens. So if you have any outdoor plans this weekend, it's looking awesome. So we talked about this ridge that was smaller over New Mexico, but look how much it dominates over, you know, the northern Mexico area. I mean, this is a huge ridge that's just going to mean lots of sunshine, clear skies, beautiful weather for the foreseeable future, at least through the weekend. It's looking great. If you have outdoor plans, if you have birthday celebrations, it's looking perfect for Texas, really. And then you look over towards the East Coast, and you have this right over here. I'm going to try and change the camera shot real quick. Let's see. So this is by this weekend. So let's say you're traveling to Kansas City or the Southeast or even the East Coast. It's going to be much more windy. This deepening area of low pressure is going to be right around here. And what that's going to mean is low pressure, and what that means is just stronger winds, cloud cover, rain, you name it, across the Southeast. So that's what we're looking at for Friday into Saturday. So let's see, let's double check. And then let's go back to satellite. This is the GFS model, but that's just showing you what the upper level winds are going to do by this weekend. So anywhere from Arkansas to the East Coast, that's where they'll see more clouds, more rain, and more active weather later on this weekend. Let's see, let's go back to satellite. And then let's go to upper level infrared. This will show you kind of the upper level cloud tops, but more so, let's go to water vapor. Upper level water vapor. This will show kind of the X-ray of the atmosphere. This will show a lot of action. So let's see right here. You can kind of see and draw out what's happening. So again, there's the ridge right there, a small little area of low pressure, and then it's ejecting out into the East Coast. What's going to happen is this ridge of high pressure is going to dominate out right here. More sunshine, more clear skies for New Mexico, for Texas, but then a deepening area of low pressure moves across the east, and that means more clouds and more sun, more rain. So it's going to be a problem. So let's see.